Alright, hello everyone, this is Crota giving you Warcraft 3 Wednesday, or for some of you guys out there, Warcraft 3 Thursday here, and Game 1 will be taking place on Turtle Rock. Not going to tell you how difficult it was to find this particular version of Turtle Rock. Apparently, Main Block Brand Agency taking part of this somehow as the game is getting underway. We see Infi spawning as the human player here at the what I'll call the 4 o'clock position. Meanwhile, back over here we have Remind spawning as the Night Elf player. So Night Elf versus human here on Turtle Rock. It will be forced cross spawns. And I don't know really what to make of this, and I don't know how annoying it's gonna be that the bitmap or whatever this is, the terrain is actually on top of some of the buildings, so that is a little bit annoying. All right, we're gonna see a militia now go out and do a little bit of creeping. This is game 1 in a series. I'm gonna try to cast all the games as much as I can for you guys, but then again, I am going to have a very, very busy schedule in the upcoming days. Militia now continuing to just maneuver his way across the map. We are going into an earlier Archmage versus Demon Hunter. Nothing too out of the ordinary here, as both of these players really need no introduction. Remind and Infi, two of perhaps the best players in Warcraft 3 for quite some time now. We might see a scout farm being placed here, or instead it might just be a straight up scout over here to see if it is going to be a close spawn, or at the very least a cross spawn, and it looks like Infi will discover this information in just a moment. Meanwhile, we can see one footman is making its way out. Archmage is about to be completed alongside that Demon Hunter. Yes, that is very, very annoying there, as we now see what is going on. I hear attacking, but I'm not quite sure where things are getting attacked. Oh, down over here. Ancient of War now coming in, and it looks as though the Archer is going to be able to get in that final shot. Demon Hunter quickly getting some experience. Mantle of Intelligence, a very nice item for that Demon Hunter. Just in the fact that he can perhaps deny a little bit more mana by, in fact, having more mana. Down over here, we're going to see Militia coming in from Infi. Gauntlets of Ogre Strength +3. Both of these players mishitting their primary attribute. Archmage going to be a little bit more beefy. Demon Hunter going to be a little bit smarter, I guess, having more mana in order to get more mana burns in. But the strength of the Demon Hunter does tend to fall off after level 3 until you get to level 6. The problem with the Demon Hunter is the more and more effective your mana burn becomes, the less and less effective the actual mana burn is at dealing damage. Archmage now looking to come in here. Water Elementals, ooh, a quick detonation. That one Water Elemental trying to get away. Will it be able to get away in time? The time life looks like the Demon Hunter. Oh, one more shot, and now it looks like, yes, that Demon Hunter will be gaining a lot of experience there. But Infi able to grab his own Mantle of Intelligence, and now getting a little bit ahead in terms of the overall experience race. Defend now being researched by Infi just in case there are going to be a lot of archers, and it looks like there are a fair amount of archers already, as we're going to see a continual battle in the main base. Demon Hunter now going after that Archmage once more. Archmage now essentially out of mana, not going to be able to summon any Water Elementals, especially without Brilliant Aura. And Demon Hunter not really going to be able to deal that much damage to that Archmage either. Footmen and Archmage continuing to wander around. We are going to see Militia now making their way over. Infi. Oh, Infi may be trying to go for a Militia creep here, and this is going to be rather dangerous. This is going to be very, very dangerous, as they're going to try to take this out, and it is now up to Remind to make Infi pay for this particular expansion. The Berserker does go down. Archmage is going to get mana burned once more. Tome of Agility +2 needs to get picked up. There it is. Militia now chasing after that Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter does not have Immolation Aura just quite yet. The Troll Warlord going to be completely surrounded. A very nice item. Robe of Magi +6 only to get mana burned once more. But now that Archmage does have +9 attack. Very, very effective attack now, as now we see level 2 on that Demon Hunter. A Footman may get taken down. Very, very low hit point Footman. Is it going to get shot down? It looks like it will by an Archer there, as the Immolation Aura. Oh, mana burn. Archmage down to 7 hit points. Is it going to be enough damage? Both sides taking a lot of damage there, as wow. A very, very crazy initial engagement. The problem, though, is that Infi does not have an Arcane Vault. Meanwhile, Remind already just drank up from those Moonwells and is ready for more action. This is not going to be good news. Infi now needs to get that Arcane Vault up and get it up quickly. We are going to see perhaps an expansion try to be established down over here. There is still one Ogre Warrior left, as the Demon Hunter looking to perhaps pick up a secondary hero, yes, from the tavern, and it is going to be a Pandarin Brewmaster. So a very, very fast Pandarin Brewmaster. Mantle of Intelligence being transferred to that Panda for more Breaths of Fire. Very, very effective strategy, as now the Archmage using a healing scroll and a clarity potion. We see also the Footman quickly take down that Ogre Warrior there. Now looking to take down this last Wisp. And now we're going to see, the Panda with Breath of Fire and a Demon Hunter with Immolation Aura. That just sounds like trouble for this massive melee army. There you go. Immolation Aura. Yes, it is being utilized. Infi losing one Footman already. Second Footman going to get taken down. Oh, no. The final arrow does not go down, as a second Breath of Fire could be coming in. Immolation Aura has been canceled. What is going to be going down here? The Pandas now looking to turn around. There's the Breath of Fire dealing more damage once again. Militia trying to chase, but this is just not going to be a good fight for Infi. Remind should get off another Breath of Fire in just a moment. And the Demon Hunter with that Immolation Aura also going to be very difficult to take down. It looks as though Infi really committed to trying to establish this town hall here. He will be able to do so. Needs to set up some additional buildings here to make sure that no damage is dealt. But we are already teching to tier 3 by Remind. And we also have a level advantage by Remind. Level 2, level 1 versus a single level 3. No tech to tier 2 at all from Infi. So with that, he's gonna be staying on one hero for quite a bit of time. Ancient of War now doing its job, tanking a lot of damage. Panda and Demon Hunter looking to finish off these Gargantuan and Giant Sea Turtles. Down it goes. What is the item? A Tome of Strength and a Wand of Mana Stealing. Most likely that Wand of Mana Stealing will be given to that Panda, as the Panda does benefit more from the mana. And now we are going to see Infi looking to perhaps creep out this creep camp here. Alright, Infi now making his way over. He does have, two Water Elementals now trying to battle it up. Footman on defend. Ogre Magi will fall. And now it is going to really come down to Micro, as we see, Ring of Protection +3. A not altogether useful item. He may try to sell it. And 4 Boots of Speed, no, just going to pick up a Staff of Teleportation instead. As the Panda now coming in, the Panda does have a lot of mana. There is a Breath of Fire there, as now the mana burn off on that Archmage. Wand of Mana Stealing was sold for a Staff of Preservation. Very smart call there. Down goes another creep, giving level 3 to that Demon Hunter. Troll Trapper and Demon Hunter should finish it off. There it goes. Alright, Archmage now looking to back off. Does have those Boots of Speed. Still has the Ring of Protection +3. It does benefit from a little bit more just beefiness, but that Archmage should not ever really be engaged. Oh, one Wisp quickly gets taken down. The Mantle of Intelligence was sold from earlier, and we'll see where this Archmage can go. Staff of Teleportation to quickly get the heck out of dodge. And there it goes, as we now could get perhaps some Abolish Magics, yes, in order to feed more experience. So things are looking up and up for Remind. He has the hero advantage, definitely now a level 3 and a level 2 up against a single level 3. We are teching the tier 2, and Infi still playing his standard tower game, as he's going to be running on 2 bases with a whole bunch of towers, Blacksmith, and he may try to turn this into a game of siege engines. Alright, what was left behind? A Ring of Regeneration, a very nice item. Personally, if you have a Paladin, give him a Ring of Regeneration. Almost impossible to take down, as he regenerates so quickly, and then the Divine Shield essentially also acts as an additional heal. Alright, the Archmage could steal the item here. This could be huge. Yes, does he steal the item? No, doesn't steal the item. The Staff of Teleportation was dropped. Perhaps Remind spotted it and was able to tell that something was fishy. Breath of Fire, and now that Archmage now down to 144 hit points, forced to escape. Ring of Regeneration will allow it to regenerate 2 hit points a second, so that Archmage should be pretty much fine by itself. Archmage and Water Elemental creeping out a green or an orange creep camp here. will get to level 4. Level 2 Brilliant Aura, very nice. Circuit of Nobility has been left behind as we are now going into a Mountain King. Mountain King, the secondary hero. Dryads now looking to perhaps engage. There are bears already in bear form. We could get some rejuvenation attacks as well. There is a lot of towers though. 3 completed towers. Farms now coming in as well. Bears now tanking a lot of that damage. Arcane damage being dealt back. And Dryad's going to pick apart that scout farm here. You can already see a lot of damage being dealt. Guard tower now desperately trying to be repaired as the Dryads are going to be able to focus it down. Oh, is it going to be enough though, as it does complete just in time, only to be Breath of Fired. Immolation Aura now coming in. Remind beautifully just tearing this up here, this expansion, but that is a lot of towers to deal with. And what is happening? Another Breath of Fire. More peasants getting taken down. And Remind and Infi just battling it up here. One Archmage hiding behind this guard tower. Has nowhere to run. But does have a decent amount of towers in front of him to try to stay alive. Archmage still alive here. Where is it going to go? Now trying to escape. A Dryad does get taken down. Bears, archers are blocking this off here. Where is this Archmage going to travel to? As now the Militia, Mountain King Bolt, Staff of Preservation. Beautiful, beautiful Staff of Preservation. As now what is this? What is going down? That one bear does get taken down. Mountain King could come in for a bolt. Yes, it does. Not enough for a mana burn. We may get a surround. Oh, bad surround by the Mountain King. And now all that is left is a couple of archers. Meanwhile, back over here, Footman looking to deal some damage. May take down a couple of easy Dryads. One easy Dryad taken down already. And now perhaps going to try to run in and get some kills on some Wisps. So Infi doing a run by, something that you never see in WarCraft 3. And just dealing damage into the worker line, or in the timber line. Timberline not to be, yeah, Timberland and Timberline. I'm not quite sure what the difference is. Or I know what a Timberland Ridge is, or is it Timberline Ridge? All right, a little bit of my SAT words coming out from back when I was in high school. All right, getting back into the game, it looks like these players are finally going to take a little bit of a break and give me a second to calm down my voice. Remind with this Ancient of Wonders. This Ancient of Wonders will fall here in just a moment. Meanwhile, it looks like the Demon Hunter with Rejuvenation Aura going quickly after some Gargantuan Sea Turtles. The Panda looks as though, yes, the Staff of Preservation did exactly that, preserved his life. It did get a little bit of Moonwell, as now we are going to be going into level 4. Oh, Stormbolt, could be really, really bad. Potion of Invulnerability may need to be used. Yes, it is used. 81 hit points, able to escape. And now Rejuvenation was stolen and given to that Mountain King. Back over here, we should get another Rejuvenation on that Demon Hunter when the time is right. The bear doesn't have quite enough. Nope. A new bear comes over, gives a Rejuvenation, as the Footmen are now attempting to run away. Archmage and Mountain King looks like they're going to try to creep out this very, very difficult red creep camp. And now in comes some Water Elementals. Mountain King, this one Water Elemental taking a lot more damage than it can deal, absorbing 675 hit points. Meanwhile, we saw, I believe, Abolish Magic coming in from, actually not quite sure where an Abolish Magic came in from, Legion of Doomhorn, as a very, very nice Unholy Aura on that Mountain King. The Mountain King having Ring of Regeneration and Unholy Aura and Boots of Speed, moving around very quickly, but still unable to run away from a Demon Hunter as he gets off a mana burn. Mountain King now attempting to get away. Archmage does have Bloodlust. That's the only thing that I can really expect to make these units move even more quickly. Archmage pretty much getting shut down by that Demon Hunter. The Demon Hunter been getting in some critical mana burns time and time again, denying Water Elementals and also denying Stormbolt. Now the problem now for the Archmage is that he is not going to be very useful, especially going up against the Dryads. Remind has been constantly abolishing magic, and it really feels like Remind is in the lead, even though he is down on bases. It's almost like human players play like Zerg. Even if you're up on an entire base, it doesn't mean very much, as you did sacrifice a lot in order to get there. We are now going to see what the Spellbreaker attempt to back away. No Militia being called in just quite yet. Bears now finishing off this Spellbreaker. Level 4 and level 4. Panda getting close to level 5. Wand Mana Stealing has been dropped once more for the Panda. Potion of Greater Healing for that Demon Hunter. So that is going to be a very, very nice set of items in the next engagement. We are going to see what is going down here. Quickly trying to take down the Ogre Magi. Ogre Magi is going to take a lot of damage and quickly get bashed to death. Rune of Healing has been left behind. Mountain King picks it up, allowing that one Water Elemental to tank a little bit more damage. Again, a great job there as the Archmage. Now, it does have double Scrolls of Healing and a lesser Potion of Invulnerability. Spellbreaker still doing a great job. There is another Stormbolt. Not quite sure why the Stormbolt was utilized at all. Level 3 now on that Mountain King as the Archmage now makes its way off here. Remind already established up his base at a very odd location, and I believe the Archmage will catch sight of it. Level 4, level 2 versus level 4, level 4, or level 4, level 3 versus level 4, level 4. Mountain King at level 3, level 2 Stormbolt, most likely. Archmage looking to try to take down all of the main creeps. If he can take down another main creep and get that level 6 item, that would absolutely be perfect. The Archmage, though, taking a lot of damage here, needs to drop another Water Elemental to tank a little bit of damage. There is the tanking, and now going after that Troll Warlord. It looks like the Warlord will fall, and it is True Shot Aura. So a decent enough item, especially for Spellbreakers, as we're now going to see Mortar teams be trained up, and that is also a very nice item. Claws of Attack +6 for that Mountain King. The Mountain King could deal a lot of damage. Oh, doesn't go after a bear. So the Mountain King sitting at level 3, now looking to push in here. Where is that Archmage going? The Archmage needs to regroup, perhaps using a couple of those Scrolls of Healing. The Archmage only at 575 hit points, as we now have an invisible Mountain King and an invisible Archmage. The Mountain King and Archmage invisible. The Spellbreakers and the Sorceress pretty much going to be sacrificial lambs here. The Sorceress quickly going to get taken down. Remind most likely knows that there are invisible heroes somewhere on the map, and he has to be careful to not get scouted out. Anti-magic potion, Potion of Greater Healing, still in the backpack of that Demon Hunter. And now we're going to see a little bit of creep, a long distance creeping here. A Wisp does get taken down. Archmage could turn around and try to get to level 5, or just perhaps try to creep out here to get to level 5. That's really what needs to happen, as we are now getting a Staff of Teleportation and a Scroll of Town Portal. So, Remind picking that up. Where is his hero? There it is. And also with the Potion of Potion of Mana, and this Panda could just start teleporting into mineral lines and start huffing and puffing and blowing those mineral lines or that gold mine line out of the water. We can see an Ogre Lord has been taken down. Level 4 on the Demon Hunter. Level 4 on the Panda. Oh, a very nice Stormbolt catching the Demon Hunter out of position. Mountain King may get mana burn. Yes, he does. But that is a lot of slow. Staff of Preservation comes in from Remind to save it. The Mountain King could try to finish off all of these. He does, as the Archmage, now sitting at level 5, needs to consider his options for his end game strategy. Mountain King getting at level 3, getting closer and closer to level 4, and now that Berserker does fall again. Bears, Dryads, Pandas, Demon Hunters all working together. Meanwhile, Archmage, Mortar teams, Sorceresses, Spellbreakers, Mountain King just battling it up here. We do see a Gloves of Haste, and is that item going to be left behind? Yes, it's simply going to be left behind here. Hopefully Mountain King and the Archmage don't regret it, as Infi may end up giving that Gloves of Haste to his opponent. The Panda is on maximum items, so is that Demon Hunter. Strength and agility, very, very nice Helm of Valor, as we now see a Scroll of Town Portal being utilized on that one town there, and here we go, just teleporting straight in. Mortar teams looking to just mess this up, and it's going to deal a lot of damage here. Dryads, Militia being called, and this may have been a really bad teleport for Remind. That is going to be a lot of splash damage. Water Elementals, who's going to come out on top? Spellbreakers getting a lot of damage. There is a Breath of Fire. Staff of Preservation saving it, as Dryads are now falling. Dryads are falling, but the Militia are getting taken down as well. So who's going to lose more units first? Mortar teams focusing down Bears. Bears now falling. That is a lot of low hit point Bears. Now we can see the Staff of Teleportation. The Panda is back, ready for action. Another Breath of Fire. Add in a Drunken Haze, and a lot of damage will be dealt. Bears still getting taken down. The Bear now going after the Demon Hunter. Or sorry, the Breaker's going after the Demon Hunter. The Demon Hunter out of mana, or out of the anti-magic shell, using a Potion of Healing. Mountain King pretty much out of mana, unable to use a Storm Bolt. Oh, a beautiful Staff of Preservation again, as Remind now tries to run away with his Panda. The Panda, oh, is it going to be able? No, it is not going to escape. Sitting at level 5, the level 5 Panda falls here on Turtle Rock. Almost level 6 on the Archmage, almost level 5 on that Mountain King, and that is going to be huge, as we are now going to see Spellbreakers at 2/2 upgrades, plus Mortar teams at 0/0 upgrades, attempt to take down this Tree of Life. Wow, things were going really, really well for Remind. One bad town portal later, Infi now in a dominant control of this game. Spellbreakers could easily just focus down all of these Wisps. It looks as though the Tree of Life will fall with little to no issue. And now, Remind really needs to figure out what his follow-up play is going to be. Demon Hunter comes in, gets a mana burn off on that Mountain King. Mountain King, a Wisp now attempting to run away. Remind does have a lot of bears here, but he is still trying to barely win this, so to speak, as he is really, really far behind. Rejuvenation now coming in. Druid of the Claw needs to go into bear form once more. It looks like an Ancient of War will fall here. Mortar teams, 2 Mortar teams, just enough to just apply pressure. Mountain King getting closer and closer to level 5. Archmage getting closer and closer to level 6. And once we do have a level, that may be enough, as the heroes are going to be able to utilize that mass teleport and get in a lot of damage. We can see that the Mortar teams now looking to position here. There is some, steal or spell steal of Roar, but on autocast, all of those Spellbreakers are actually stealing Roar when they should have been stealing perhaps some Rejuvenations. Constant War followed by mass detonation by Remind. Remind taking down all of the mana on all of these units. Mountain King, it was in the backfield. We could get a Storm Bolt. Yes, there is a Storm Bolt on the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter may fall here. Demon Hunter now down to some 100-odd hit points, able to escape, as the Spellbreakers are still trying to steal more and more Roar. Panda is back, ready for action. And what is going to come of this? Spellbreakers need to back off. The Spellbreakers are upgraded 2/2. Archmage is in trouble, using a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability to stay alive, as the Bears are now battling up against Spellbreakers. There's the Scroll of Town portal, as the Demon Hunter and the Panda level 5 and level 5 compared to a 6/5 now. And both teams, both players, looking to figure out how to come out ahead. Infi is at a 79-80 over 90 supply count. Remind sitting at 50 over 50. So Remind very far behind at this stage, as Infi takes a 30 supply advantage in this game. You can see, yes, actually no, not quite sure where that flare went to. We are going to see this particular Tree of Eternity get taken down very easily. The main tree has picked up and moved. We are going to see this Tree of Eternity quickly fall in just a second, as all of the Spellbreakers and Mortar teams just able to take this down much more quickly than I believe Remind expects. Remind going to lose his Tree of Eternity. There it goes. Bears now ready for that last engagement. Archmage, there is one Flying Machine joining in. There's a Scroll of Town portal, having all the units escape. But 3 Mortar teams, count them, 3 Mortar teams were left behind. And this is going to be a huge loss for Infi, as Infi cannot afford to lose those Mortar teams. He is sitting at a very comfortable 80 over 80, as more and more Bears are now making their way over here to the center 3 o'clock position. Spellbreakers continuing their pressure in. Mass Bears, no Griffins in sight. Stormbolt now off on that Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter now down to 400 some odd hit points. 395 mana burn back off on that Mountain King again. Both sides still battling it up. Panda sitting at level 5 does get a Breath of Fire off, getting in a lot of damage, but I believe Remind will be forced to say GG here. Yes, he is, as Infi takes game 1 in this series. thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.